Hello, I'm Jay Haley from Palmore Institute. This video is for our essential level reading class, and we're looking at chapter 5. This is the second video in the series. In the first video, we talked about some of the vocabulary that you'll be meeting or that you met when you read. And this video, we'll be talking about some questions. We'll look at some questions from the first half of the reading. So let's get down to it. I want to start you out in paragraph number 1. Look at line number 3. The question here is, in line 3, what does the word these refer to? This is one of those reference questions. We saw this before in a previous video, but if you haven't seen it before, just the question is, what does that word these point to? What does it indicate? Okay, pause the video, find out your answer, and when you're ready, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, I assume you found the answer. These is referring to those 6 continents, to Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. The 6 continents, except for the topic one here, Antarctica. The next question, though, is what do these 6 continents have in common, according to the reading? Okay, pause. Find out what's the common point between all of these 6 continents. All right, hope you found it. The answer here is that these 6 continents, it says they are home to many important people, places, and things. Okay? And then the paragraph concludes by asking about Antarctica. So that's the next question we need to look at. What is a different way to ask this question? At the end of paragraph 1. At the end of paragraph 1, you'll find this question. But what about Antarctica? So what do they mean? What does it mean when they say what here? Okay, pause. Think about a different way to say this question. And when you're ready, come on back. All right, here's what my answer is. It says, is Antarctica home to important people, places, and things too? Okay, remember, they had just made this point that the other 6 continents have many important people, places, and things. And then the question, what about, it repeats the question. What is the situation in Antarctica? Does Antarctica have important people, places, and things too? So that's the meaning of that question at the end of paragraph 1. Moving ahead to paragraph number 2 now. The question here is, what is some people's image of Antarctica? Okay, pause and come back. Okay. Answer here comes right out of line number 1, but it says that some people think that Antarctica is an empty place. Nothing there, just ice. So the next question is, are they right? Are they right? Is Antarctica just an empty place with just ice and snow? Okay. Pause and find that answer. Oh, the answer here, no. It says that Antarctica is an important part of the world. That's in lines 2 and 3. This idea here that Antarctica is an important and unique part of the world with its own interesting things is going to be the main idea of this entire reading. And we'll be looking at some ways why Antarctica is actually an important part of the world. I'm still in paragraph 2. This is another of those number questions. We started looking at them in the second video of the series, video number 2. But the question here is, what does 70% mean? Okay. Take a look at paragraph 2 and find out what is the meaning of the number 70%. Okay, hope you found the answer. The answer here is 70% is the percent of the world's fresh water that is in Antarctica. Now you might remember from the last video, or maybe you noticed on the page, a definition of fresh water. But again, fresh water is just that water that you can drink. It's water without salt in it or a high level of salt in it. It's the water that you find in lakes and rivers, but not in the ocean. Okay, paragraph number 3 now. Let's see, it says paragraph 3 tells 2 more reasons why Antarctica is an important place. Okay, the first reason was it's got a lot of fresh water locked up in the ice. But what are the next 2 reasons about why Antarctica is important listed in paragraph 3? What are they? Okay. One is that it's bigger. It's bigger than probably you imagined. It is bigger than both Europe and Australia. Okay? If you believe there are 7 continents in the world, then Antarctica actually rates 5th in terms of size, bigger even than Europe. The second point is that it touches on 3 of the world's oceans. Okay, the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans all touch Antarctica. And I think that is quite unique among the continents of the world. Most continents will border at most 2 oceans. So it is bigger than you imagine, and it touches 3 of the world's oceans. Okay. Again, 2 more reasons why Antarctica is an important place in the world. Okay, right there, that's will get us to the end of paragraph 3. It was a short video, but in the next video, we'll be moving on, and we're going to look at the second half of this reading, the questions out of paragraphs 4, 5, and 6. So take a little break, come back, and when you're ready, I'll have some questions for you about those paragraphs. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.